All right, hello everybody. Welcome to another Super Metroid Item Randomizer League match. Excuse me. I am Android Dreams, and today I will be joining you for a race between Beef Robber and King Salmon. Their respective teams. Beef Robber, part of Johnny B. Croake, and Dark BiZalmon's part of the King Salmon, part of the Dark BiZalmon's. And we should be seeing our runners get going anytime here, and there they go. All right, so we will see what's going on down in Old Blue Brinstar. Let's see what our runners come across first besides their Morph Ball. We are getting ready to wrap up week 2 of the Randomizer League, but week 2 is the Dash week, so these are Dash Tournament Logic Seeds. Boom, get synced up there in the climb. So yeah, we've couple changes to the Dash logic compared to the normal tournament total logic. So we'll go over those later as they kind of come up within the runs. All right, so we had bombs first, and then now we've got Morph Ball in the ceiling. Sorry about that. Just clicking on some stuff. Got a little bit distracted. And then they've got missiles there behind the Morph Ball. So now they're going to be able to check the Alpha Missile's location. And if there's no power bombs, then... well, they do have bombs, so they are going to have a Bomb Chorizo fight. And there's power bombs, so not necessarily meaning progression. Bomb Chorizo, like I was going to say. We could see some early gauntlets with those bombs. It's a little slow, but the power bombs will make that a little bit faster. Using those in a couple specific spots help out. And it looks like Beef Robber is just going to head up the elevator. He's not going to check the miner that's behind the charge beam. Or, I'm not charge beam, Morph Ball. I don't know. I've done a few of these today, so they're starting to, all the room names are starting to run together on me. All right, so Beef Robber is going to check this item below Old Mother Brain, and it just happens to be the first super pack. So all of the 3 types of miner ammo have been found on Beef Robber's side, and I think we'll see King Salmon also check out the item below here. It's really easy and on the way. There we go. And just gonna conserve power bombs actually here. This is a really nice climb and parlor by Beef Robber. Those ledge grabs just very clean, and even with the a couple of misgrabs here and there. Just watching some people do these different rooms just really shows off a lot of the skill in the community. And there's high jump boots at Bomb Chorizo, so now we're gonna have a Bomb Chorizo fight, but with the super missiles, pretty anticlimactic. Just 2 supers to the chest will take out BT. High jump boots actually kind of makes that gauntlet a little bit more tricky. Definitely do some damage to yourself on the ceiling using the high jump boots if you're not careful. But also, you have to approach Alcatraz a little differently, which the runners don't have to do, but generally you do because it's faster. But you have to jump off the second ledge. I think you can jump off the top one, but Beef Robber getting that off the top there. But you can also jump from the second ledge with high jump boots to get through there. And Beef Robber, not gonna take the gauntlet play, does pick up an X-ray scope at Terminator. So we'll see what King Salmon decides to do as far as gauntlet. There's no, I don't know if not, is that an excitement on Beef Robber's side? I'm not really sure. I know Beef Robber's done some pretty cool stuff, like some pretty cool tech. The Taskman, as far as some of the tech that he's shown off before. High jump boots were at bombs. All right, Beef Robber down the elevator. Gonna be first to Green Brinstar Reserve. There's an extra super pack below the bridge. Gonna be a major and 2 miners in here. There's a spring ball and another super pack. So super's already pretty good. Four super packs. Man, just handing them out. And there's the spring ball grab for Beef Robber. King Salmon following close behind. Okay, so what do we have here from King Salmon? Are we getting this because we're going to see an attempt at reverse Morph Ball? So that's pretty exciting, and I hope that's what we see. Nice quick turnaround there from Beef Robber to get through those blocks faster. We'll see if he can get back through. And does use the soft lock prevention instead, completely killing any suspense that I had built. But gonna go down to the Eticones now. And King Salmon also gonna grab that spring ball. And at the Eticones, we've got a vanilla E-Tank. We'll see if Beef Robber decides to check the item. I doubt it. Yep, there we go. All right, Beef Robber headed to Pink Brinstar now. King Salmon makes his way down to the Eticones to follow along. This is dash randomizer logic. So far with those bombs, that is something that we can talk about. Ooh, nice gate glitch there. And another super pack from King Salmon on an item that Beef Robber didn't check on. I usually say it as Beef Robber. I thought that was canon. I could be wrong though. There's the E-Tank. So anyways, the bombs give the runners access to the Rex ship reserve. So that helps kind of split up the ability to choose a little bit differently based on what items you have if you really want to get a hunch on or take a hunch on Rex ship. But and then also Spacer does break some speed blocks, specifically the waterway and the speed blocks to Bot Wound. So opens up the map a little bit, gives Spacer a little bit more utility. All right, Mission Impossible check. So King Salmon on the hunt for some more ammo. And Beef Robber skipping that X-ray. I saw him practicing early X-ray. but decides not to do it in this. But we are going to see what's a spacer. And that's a various suit. So high jump boots and various suit. We could very easily see some lower Norfair routing. And that's generally what a lot of people try to do, I think, when obviously if they choose to go down, they want to get rid of the furthest point, not have to come back. So sometimes people force it a little bit more, but in this case, Beef Robber has the keys to the kingdom. So we'll see if he takes advantage of that. And King Salmon gets that wave gate glitch. And I believe it was just the E-tank. No, the E-tank was somewhere else. Nope. Okay, and there was an E-tank at charge, I thought, too. So we've got a Crocomire fight, or not a Crocomire, a Crate fight coming up for Beef Robber. And those high jump boots making Green Hill Zone muscle memory kind of tough. And nice Crate quick kill by Mr. Robber there. And an E-tank for his trouble, but still one more major to check after taking down Crate. Still no beam upgrades. Quite a bit of supers though. You know, still not the perfect amount for taking on Ridley, and also not an easy way to farm, and not the easiest ways through. I mean, Lower Norfair with no beam is just the pea shooter and the baby charge. You know, it's going to come down to more to just avoiding enemies as much as you can than anything else. But Various Suit gets picked up there by King Salmon. And another E-tank, vanilla flavored this time at Crate. The Crate E-tank. So a little bit of health gain here. Getting close to that point where the potential for stand-up comes into play. And, you know, it's very possible that you'll just want a quick refill when you come across 2 more in this case. So, of course, we want to come across at least charge and plasma to really make that worth it, but we'll see. We'll see what the runners stumble across. So we get an ice check first after we go all the way down to Norfair. Spring balling on up here. And that's a spacer. So that is access to a couple things that I mentioned earlier. So waterway and now Croc speed, not Croc, bot wound. The speed blocks at bot wound, speed blocks at bot wound can be opened by that. So a few more options as far as making it through. We're also a grapple beam away from some potential full suitless action if our runners were to be so bold or find the right items. So Beef Robber now heading into the high jump boots room through the can room. King Salmon getting that jump. There's a space jump, and I like the X-ray check, but Beef Robber is going to decide to pick that up give him some more mobility for the rest of the run. Especially as if Suitless Meridia were to come into play, being able to space jump into the Precious Room is worth it probably on its own as far as that item pickup goes. So definitely opening up our runner's options just a little bit. Also, now they have easy X-ray access, not having that grapple beam quite yet, not knowing where it is. And with Spring Ball and Bombs, both runners, and CWJ in play, both runners could go to the wreck ship, but Space Jump really takes a lot of the guesswork out of those other things that you could do. Beef Robber is going to go to the left first. See what's at the Norfair Reserve location. Doesn't want to pick up any more missiles at the moment. And it's a reserve tank. And there's another super pack. So King Salmon pretty likely to come across that unless he decides to go straight down or to Croake first, and find something interesting. But gonna have enough to take down Kraid. And I think that Beef Robber probably just would have to lay like a couple power bombs and then be perfect with all 25 supers to defeat Kraid at this point. Maybe just two, because they could double hit for 400 total, if I remember right. 200 per hit. Could be wrong on that, though. And there's another power bomb, but Beef Robber's just going to pass that up and pick up an E-Tank at Speed Booster. And King Salmon, just getting out of the high jump boots room, is going to also head through the cathedral area to go to Bubble Mountain. So Beef Robber looking to farm up, looking to get to full on super missiles. So after going through Bubble Mountain, can go ahead and get down to Lower Norfair if that's what they want, if that's what he wants to do. Could still go to Croake, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a Lower Norfair play here from both of our runners, really. Especially as they cinch up that ammo situation. And at Wave Beam, it's another reserve tank, and Beef Robber is going to go ahead and take that one too. All right, so we'll see where Beef Robber decides to go after this. King Salmon not too far behind here, just basically a major check away. Beef Robber checking out what's at the base of Bubble Mountain. Looks like just a regular missile pack. And looks to be headed down. And I don't remember if he saved anywhere, so I mean, Beef Robber's a very accomplished runner. Still have to be a little bit careful here, but we're going to go for a lava dive. Nice entrance, by the way. That was really nice. It bounces all the way over to where it needs to jump up to. And that's a textbook lava dive. I mean, we're talking advanced technique, textbook lava dive. That entrance was really nice. So we'll see where King Salmon decides to go now, having just finished picking up all the items that we've already seen from Beef Robber and Bubble Mountain. Croake's still open, but Lower Norfair within logic at this point. Beef Robber going for that running super or gate glitch. Just the fighting against the high jump boots and the screw attack, it looks like. So turns that off and then nails it. And that's a charge beam. So full charge now for Beef Robber. And maybe an ammo refill. Man, gonna turn on some stuff during the... Oh, okay. There you go. It's pretty nifty. Getting the refill, having time to turn on the stuff. Just showing off at this point. Good for him. Always love seeing new... Or not... It's new to me. I love seeing techniques that I haven't seen before. I mean, I've probably seen them, but don't think about it very much. Beef Robber is going to head through the pillar room, just use a couple power bombs to get through here. And it looks like King Salmon's headed to Croake. So everybody say hello to your favorite red melty lizard who lives deep in the depths of Zebes. BF Robber taking out the space pirates with some missiles, give himself some room to operate. We'll see if there's any ammo checks on the way. Maybe Wasteland could see a potential check for fire fleas before going down, but we'll see. And there's Croake walked off the ledge for a wave beam behind Croake. So wave beam was wave blocked, interestingly enough. Always fun when that happens. Well, I guess it wasn't wave blocked if you found speed booster in logic first. There's ice beam. So a little bit of extra damage for that upcoming Ridley fight, but also some great utility for later. Already had Spazer to get through full suitless Meridia if BF Robber decides to do that. Otherwise, can also just freeze the Metroids. Doesn't have to worry about those power bombs now that he's been skipping. King Salmon headed to the deepest part of Upper Norfair, I think. And no speed, so just gonna space jump. Yes, Spazer breaks the speed blocks in Meridia and Dash. So if full suitless was a decision, it wouldn't only be able to be accomplished by ice anymore in Dash. Fairy suit still MIA. And we have one more check down here in Lower Norfair behind Ridley. But we still also haven't seen X-Ray or any of the wrecked ship or Gauntlet. But if Grapple's to be found, we might not have to worry about that sort of thing at all. Just see what they decide to do and how good they feel about breaking the logic. Alright, Beef Robber just doing some farming here. King Salmon's gonna say the Lower Norfair not gonna be worth it at the moment. So King Salmon's gonna see what else he can find. Does have access to X-Ray very easily. Looks like Beef Robber just gonna top off those missiles. And is ready to go. So good luck to Beef Robber here and Ridley. Starting off, oh, there we go, switching to supers. Thought we were gonna see a power bomb first. Missed one super boost that I saw. And there goes King Salmon off to see what's at X-Ray. So Beef Robber just going to unload the rest of those missiles, and it looks like just an E-tank at X-Ray. And King Salmon's going to go ahead and pick that up. And a couple power bomb drops here. Power bombs really kind of confuse Ridley's AI. Looks like Beef Robber's trying to get grabbed here. What was it? Grapple? I don't think it was anything good. I don't remember what it was, but I don't remember it being significant. And there's a vanilla E-tank at Ridley. Dark Salmon fighting the Rippers. These Rippers are trouble. Gets through it just fine. Looks like Dark Salmon or King Salmon's gonna check some more miners here. Just regular missiles there. Beef Robber making his way out of Wasteland. While we were watching our runners make their way through these rooms, don't forget to give them a follow if you are not following them already. And also, shout out to the tracker Ike here. Thank you so much for your time and for tracking the race for us today. We really do appreciate it. And of course, shout outs to Speed Gaming and their crew for hosting our matches and allowing us to be on their platform. We really do appreciate that as well. Beef Robber is going to wait out the acid here to not take too much damage before heading to wherever he wants to go next. And King Salmon's just about to get into the wrecked ship. Just finishes flying over the ocean with space jump. So Beef Robber did not take out Croake and see what's there. We know that it's Wave Beam and an E-Tank. And not having Wave or Speed, Beef Robber, well, maybe he is thinking about going at least through and near Croake to get out instead of going through the cathedral. Gets the gate glitch. King Salmon fighting Fantoon. It's like a slow pattern first, I think. Nice little Doppler, though. See how round 2 goes. And that was a mid pattern, if I'm not mistaken. Little Doppler again, as we again return to the droopy lizard down below. And that is a nice Fantoon fight for King Salmon. Very nicely done. Doppler strategy. Could have turned off Spazer if wanted to use some X-ray strats, even with baby charges. X-ray, or I'm sorry, the special beam attacks still work, and they're still full strength. So a Wave Beam for Beef Robber. Now has full new route beam combo. So King Salmon skipped the right side super, I think. Or I missed something, but I'm pretty sure I didn't miss that. But Croake is now completely dead after the cutscene, so Beef Robber is going to head on down to the grapple beam, where we know that there is an energy tank. And at the wrecked ship E-Tank, there's a vanilla wrecked ship E-Tank. So we'll see if King Salmon remembers that right side super. Go back through the spiky room of death using the space jump. Gets hit by that thing. It's koosh ball looking thing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, King Salmon. Okay. So we really, for King Salmon's sake, have to just hope that there is nothing good at that location. And if you're not familiar with the tournament randomizer logic, that right side super is actually the swapped location with the high jump boots E-Tank that's in the can room. And that is done to make wrecked ship a little bit more enticing by giving it another major item. So no item check as far as the wrecked ship reserve, which can be accessed because our runners have bombs. And Beef Robber is done with Norfair. So we'll see where Beef Robber decides to go next. Really needs a grapple beam for full suitless, I think. So we might see Beef Robber following where King Salmon's already been for a little while. Though we still have to wonder what was at that right side super. Beef Robber now going to follow where King Salmon has been as far as going to X-Ray. And it's just the E-Tank. So King Salmon also doesn't know what was at the Rickship Reserve. So, we'll see what's going on there. I mean, could be just doing that to try to, because like you're feeling a little bit behind and just not. Sometimes you just start second guessing yourself. Something I did in my race this week, where I would commit to something and then part of the way through decide that I was making a bad decision and then did something else that ended up being a worse decision, and it just happens. It's very easy to get into your own head when you're in these races. Nice little red tower high five from our runners. Let's see. We also haven't seen Waterway, which King Salmon went right by, and Beef Robber didn't want to go to either. So the runners going to opposite ends of the map right now, and we'll look to converge back at Meridia. So we'll see how close they are exactly once one of them starts heading to Meridia. And it looks like Beef Robber turning off some other beams, getting ready to set up for some X-Factor strats against Fantoon. Beef Robber flying over the ocean as well. And King Salmon's going to head down into a lava dive. And looks going to farm up first. Possibly going to go use these to get a lot more supers. Should be a much faster way to refill than resetting the Ripper Room constantly by the green gate glitch, but you also have to get through there to actually get any of that ammo. So looks like just getting enough to be comfortable doing that gate glitch. So Beef Robber is going to be looking for pattern recognition to know which movement to have to be able to set up these X Factors. But if done right, can, I believe, take out Fantoon in 2 rounds. And gets that first one. All 4 particles look to hit there from my perspective. A dead Fantoon for Beef Robber. And yeah, a really nice lava dive by King Salmon there to get into lower Norfair, so well done there. King Salmon's going to get ready to try his hand at the gate glitch. And first try, no problem for King Salmon. So we might be seeing some items that King Salmon skipped over when King Salmon was in the wreck ship. And we'll see just how important they were. There's that charge beam for King Salmon with the screw attack location. And there's a gravity suit. Oof. So looks like that's it for Beef Robber. He's had enough and is ready to head out of the wreck ship, finding that gravity. Probably in go mode at this point, having old route beam combo, or I'm sorry, new route beam combo. Gravity was at the right side super in wreck ship. And Beef Robber's headed back down the elevator. Gonna go through Red Tower again to get to Meridia. Really nice movement, morphing and unmorphing to not hit any of the platforms right there off of the elevator. And it looks like we've got a raid from Speedrunners Arena. Welcome. Or if you're just joining us on your own, welcome. We've got a dash randomizer race between Beef Robber of Team Johnny B. Croake and King Salmon of the Dark BiZalmon's. And both runners putting on a nice race so far. Unfortunately for King Salmon, ended up skipping the gravity suit at the right side super missile. Yeah, it's going to be a bummer for King Salmon. So really on Beef Robber's side, we will see what's after Bot Wound. We might see what's after Dragon, though that's unlikely, I think. But we'll find out. It looks like Beef Robber already turned on that spazer to get through the Bot Wound room, so not having to use ice. It is going to have to menu anyways if he wants to go back to just Wave Beam to use the X Factors, either at Bot Wound or Dragon. Though with Dragon, a lot of the times you set up a combination X Factor and speed strat. So without speed, not really sure how that would impact the, if Beef Robber, or if it's even possible to set up X Factors on Dragon. I'm not sure. I wouldn't be the right person to ask about that sort of thing, but if it's possible, I'm going to guess that Beef Robber knows how to do it, or that it's not possible. But really nice one-round Bot Wound from Beef Robber as King Salmon takes on Ridley. And it's an E-Tank after Bot Wound. And Beef Robber is going to do a little bit of farming, turns the full beam combination back on. So might actually just look to just kind of strong arm Dragon by using supers. Just not a bad strategy either. So King Salmon having a little bit of a struggle here with Ridley. But hopefully we'll be able to get through this fight okay. Oh, and just takes that one last hit. I'm not sure where King Salmon saved. Oh, that's rough. Oh man, that's a restart from the beginning of the game. No saves for King Salmon. That is really unfortunate. You really hate to see that. Or, yeah, that's too bad. And it looks like with that, King Salmon has put a forfeit into the SRL. So we are now just gonna wait for Beef Robber to finish this one out. And that will be that. Steel King Salmon died at fighting Ridley and didn't save. So big bummer. That's too bad. Still though, GG to King Salmon. You know, not only do these things happen, but still put up a really good race, and really glad that it's able to put that on for us today. Like Beef Robber clearing out some of the goop with power bombs and has taken out Dragon. So that's the last boss down for Beef Robber. We'll see if he decides to check one last item here, and it looks like he's going to head in. And there it is. That's a plasma beam. That's a nice and fast Mother Brain fight coming up for Beef Robber. So that was that between that and speed, like the really most rewarding items that could have been behind Dragon. Man, we've seen some pretty fast seeds without speed today. Ploff earlier, she put up a really nice time with no movement items. So no speed, no space jump, no high jump boots, no spring ball, and still put up a 58-minute time. So definitely seen some really nice dash seeds from some of our runners, even when they're not finding speed booster. And a nice ice clip there from Beef Robber to not have to use the menu to get the spacer out. And some nice quick turnarounds too on the way down. And Beef Robber takes a peek at the Pongfish, or the Cephii fish, whatever way it's faced to be whatever. Let me know. But taking a nice long look. Checking out the goods, perhaps. But gets to the Red Tower elevator and is going to head on up to the surface. Probably might not take a refill. Wouldn't be a long refill because it'd be mostly ammo. So we'll see what Beef Robber decides to do. I mean, already knows that King Salmon is forfeited, so if Beef Robber wanted to take his time, I don't think anybody would blame him for it at this point, knowing that all he needs to do is finish. right, and as we watch Beef Robber retrace his steps through the beginning of the game, what are we doing here? What is he doing here? What is he doing here? Somebody can tell me. But anyways, tomorrow we do have a couple games on the schedule as well. At 3 p.m. we've got Zost vs. Antinomy. That's going to be on Speed Gaming 1. And we've got Kip and Sloters on commentary for that. So that should be a great matchup. And then 7:30 p.m. tomorrow, we've got the Cooked Aussies. I don't think that's their team name. Anyways, it's going to be Knucklehead versus Ye Old Fart Gamer. That's on Team D-Rust. Sorry, I was just looking that up. So anyways, those are the races that are tomorrow. And welcome, Speed Gaming 5. You guys were the other Super Metroid Randomizer League race. So welcome to just getting wrapped up on this race. Beef Robber headed through the Metroid rooms. Just has one left. Yeah, really nicely done. So wave and high jump boots mean should be seeing a baby skip attempt here from Beef Robber. Also has spring ball. So we'll see what that means. Oh, and gets grabbed. That's okay. I can't do baby skip, so I'm not going to fault the people that try. But wall jumps all the way to the top with the baby attached. So Beef Robber's going to go ahead and take this last refill. Already opened the door. So we're just going to take a normal shot now after coming out of there. And hits that moonfall into this last room before the Zebatites, but it's going to go ahead and grab a save. Not a bad idea at this point. Knowing that his opponent has already forfeited, being fortunate to have to take back too much time just in case anything really bad happened during the Mother Brain fight. Sets up for the Zeb skip. Boom. Gets it really quickly, too. It's really nicely done. Freezes the Rinkas. I'm not sure what kind of tomfoolery is going on here. Okay, what is this? Wow, okay. Okay. Man, I am so glad. I love watching Beef Robber. He does such cool stuff. Taskmaster. In the flesh. It's so great. All right, that's awesome. That's really awesome. All right, already have Mother Brain on the catch-up phase. Is going to go ahead and just damage down and not go for stand-up here. We'll see if there's any more trickery to be done. But BF Robber already putting on a really good show. Looks like we're going to get King Salmon in here for an interview as we watch Beef Robber finish up their run here. And that's a deceased baby. And now Beef Robber absorbs the rainbow beam and gets to work here. All right, and it looks like we're joined by King Salmon. King Salmon, good game. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
Hey guys, thank you GGs to everybody. Thanks for the restream and whatnot. But it was, I don't know, it was something. I gambled on going back up to, well, not really gambled. I forgot that I had high jump to get down to Lower Norfair, so I gambled going back up to Wreck Ship, and I totally forgot that those right side supers are a major item. So that, from what I've been told post race, that was a huge mistake.
Yes, it was.
So that was just my lack of, my inexperience. You randomizer guys who can do this on a high level on the fly, I have the utmost respect because this stuff is crazy.
So how long have you been playing randomizers now, Sam, and what decided to make you try out something like this?
Just something, try something else. Dark Jason invited me to the team, and I jumped on, and I'm kind of just learning by trial by fire. Bress and Bison are being very, very patient with me.
Well, we're really happy to have you. I'm glad that you decided to join.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It's been fun. It's just it's a lot of information that I'm, and it's not something that I've really thought about ever for basically all of it.
Yeah, and it just keeps changing. So in past seasons, we've done more of the same logic for longer. So like for weeks at a time. This is the first time we've just done different randomizers back to back. So there's a lot to take in this season.
Yeah, and coming from, I just do any percent or GT Classic. I don't really do these at all, so it's like I'm learning all of them basically as we go.
Any particular week that you're looking forward to?
I don't even know enough to tell you if I'm excited or dreading one. I think the maze one would be awful, but I believe Bress already kind of took point on that one. It's gonna let me sit out. So it's
right.
It's gonna be cool.
It looks like Beef Robber is finished with an official SRL time of 59 minutes and 18 seconds. So good game to Beef Robber.
Yeah, GG, man. If you're listening, congratulations on the W.
Yeah, and King Salmon, so you mentioned that you do some any percent and you also do some GT Classic. What else might people see you streaming every now and then if they check out your channel?
Oh, really? That's about it. Every once in a while, we'll have like a HOTS or an Overwatch stream or something like that. If I got a bunch of my buddies on, but for the most part, it's just Metroid.
Right on. And do you stream on any kind of schedule, or is it pretty much random?
Nope, just kind of random. I just kind of do it sometimes when I get home and get the inkling to, hey, I'm going to stream and just do some some Super Metroid stuff.
Very cool. Well, there you go. Make sure you guys give both runners a follow. All right. Well, King Salmon, any last words before we wrap this one up?
No, I just GG BF Robber. Congratulations. I want to thank everyone for the restreams and commentary and stuff. I look forward to going back and reading all the comments and listening to where I messed up so I can learn from it. So appreciate it, guys.
You're very welcome.
So I'll see y'all next mission.
Yeah, thank you. And with that, as I mentioned earlier, we do have 2 races coming up tomorrow. Again, that's 3 p.m. We've got Zostin and Tinami. That's on Speed Gaming 1. And then at 7:30 p.m., we've got Knucklehead versus Ye Old Fart Gamer. So a couple matches coming up, and then we'll start getting these Chozo races ready. We do already have one scheduled for Tuesday, but usually they start flowing in. The races start getting scheduled kind of on Sunday and Monday. So just keep an eye out there. If you're in the Discord, you should be able to check out the upcoming matches. So thanks again to iCare for the tracking. Really appreciate that. Shout out to the SG crew for all their help as well. Again, I'm Android Dreams. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next race.